Hi, everyone. Let's first thank Dr. Gabriella for the very insightful presentation. And I hope you're ready for hours now on empowering patients' voice and choice with effective patients-physician communication, really under the slogan of our well-being is a human right. So, in communicating between patients and their treating doctor or oncologist in the case of cancer, there are many gaps that can be there and also many challenges. There are good things as well, but the importance here, it's not about good or bad, it's just about seeing things through different lenses, through different glasses. So, for the doctors, they see things through their science or guidelines glasses. And for the patients, they mostly focus on their needs, their own needs, their quality of life aspects. So as you can see from the doctor's side, they see progression-free survival, the research-induced indications of what would be the side effects and if they are tolerable or not. On the other hand, the patients will look into their needs. The ultimate need is to be cured, obviously, but in relation to the journey, the pain, the side effects, there are real world side effects that not necessarily match what on research, and they suffer from different types of pain, physical pain being only one of them. There are various types like financial, uncertainty, emotional, you name it. So the key here is to empower patients to voice their concerns, their needs, their wants, and also to find a way to fulfill them through through their treating doctors. So your life is your choice. But this will be deceiving if the patient's not empowered with the power of choice. And power of choice, especially for well-being, comes from knowledge. So I would start with this interesting confusion between wellness and well-being. They are used interchangeably, but in reality, wellness, as you can see from the definition, the simplest one is keeping a healthy mind and body as a deliberate action. If you add a magical word, which is happiness, that will be your well-being. So it's you are remaining healthy, but also happy about it, and that will be different from a person to another. Empowering patients through knowledge and the power of choice comes from the understanding of, I would say, basic information. For cancer, it is a well-known fact that it's environmental disease for 90 and 95% of the cases, meaning what we do in our lifestyle choices matters. There was a reason for one of the famous magazine at some point featuring why your DNA isn't your destiny. Treating your body as a book to dictate what to read and what to ignore is in our hand. And we just need to know the simple information about how to feel a little bit better by having proper water intake, enough to have proper functions in our body, eating healthier, like 5 colors of fresh fruits and vegetables, just as a quick tip, and de-stress, having enough sleep, you name it. I would say, in summary, well-being is our shield against cancer and any other disease. And that paved the way how we can bridge the gap between patients, physicians, by empowering patients. Well, the journey is long. And between treatment options, relapse, or survivorship, there are many things that can have some gaps or can go wrong. These are attention gap, power gap, and advice gap, as I call them. Power gap, if I start with the one in the middle, is about the power gap of information again. So the doctors have all the information, whereas the patient's still starting because it's only one case. And that leads us to the attention gap. So the patient have the full attention because it's the only thing in his life or her life that they are facing for the first time or the second if it's a recurrence. But for the treating doctor, it's many cases. So not the same level of attention, and that creates some gaps. Advice gap when the patient want many things to ask about and not necessarily in the specialization or interest of the treating doctor, but yet they go for them as the main reference. I would say the main empowerment is by both of them and any other stakeholder in the cancer space to treat this as a journey, not as a destination. So to bridge the gap, we really need to treat this communication between both parties and other stakeholders, as I said, as a journey, not a destination, and enjoy every part of it, or at least be shoulder to shoulder with each other, because the uncertainties are for all, not only for the patients alone or for the doctors alone. With this, I thank you so much for your attention. And I will introduce our great next speaker, Professor Hans Tesch. I am really thrilled to introduce him because he's a partner of oncology practice at the Bettenheim Hospital in Frankfurt, Germany, and director at the Center of Frankfurt Northeast. He will be talking to you about how patient coaching improves treatment outcomes. And also, you can find this Wellbeing tracker URL and quick response to be downloaded through the chat box. So I hope you enjoy that part.